What's up, guys? It's Nicole with Touchdowns and Tight Ends. I want to congratulate my boys for taking on that win against the Raiders. I mean, were we surprised? Were we surprised by that? I don't think so. I don't think so. What a great game. Week 1 was awesome. Definitely didn't pull through on a couple boys that I had told you guys to make sure you were playing this week, but you know what? A lot of it was injury, so it's okay. Don't feel too bad. There's week 2. We're playing Kansas City. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a tough game, that is for sure, but I've got you covered here. So before I get started, just wanted to shout out again to Fantasy Football Network. If you guys are not following or you have not downloaded the app, do so now. This is the last week you'll be able to see any fantasy football content from all of us creators. So if you want to know if your team, like who you should play on your teams, who's injured, if you don't want to go to a bunch of different resources, you just want to go to one, definitely download the app. It's $11.99 a month. We can get you a 50% discount code. So let me know, but download the app so that you guys can get all your fantasy content moving forward. So Kansas City, week 2, short week. We are headed out to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. The Chiefs also had a great game last week. They beat the Cardinals 44-20. It was a pretty big game. Mahomes had a stellar game. So I'm going to start with injuries this week. So first half of the game against the Raiders, Keenan Allen went out with a hamstring injury. We were all a little worried with how long it would last, but it seems to be after his MRI, he's okay. But it does not look like he's going to be playing this game. But he should be back week 3. So definitely sit Allen unless something happens. But even so, I don't know if I would play him. If he's freshly injured, maybe sit him out this week. I've got a couple other options for you to put in for him. The next one is J.C. Jackson. I talked a little bit about this last week, but he finally participated today, so hopefully he'll be back. Donald Parham, he also had a hamstring injury. He did not participate today, so not sure what that looks like for him for week 2. Rashawn Slater and Drew Tranquill, they both were injured, but they fully participated both today and yesterday, so I think they'll be all right. So, starts. I'm going to start with Austin Ekeler. He had 14 carries and 36 yards last game. A little less than what I had anticipated, but definitely we're still going to start Ekeler. I mean, that's our one of our top 5 running backs, right? So we want to put him in that game. Last game he played against the Chiefs, he did get a touchdown, so hopefully we'll see a repeat there. The next one is Mike Williams. So Mike Williams did not have the game that I thought he was going to have week 1, but I think he's going to bounce back in a big way. We got to get that ball to him high so he can jump up and get it and get that touchdown. Herbert, obviously, QB number 1, again, in my heart. 279 yards and 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, did not get sacked. So definitely putting Herbert in there. So the next 2 are kind of my backups for Allen. I mean, we've got Williams in already, but I think Josh Palmer might live up to what we saw in preseason, right? I think that him and Herbert have a really good connection, and I think that he would be a great resource, especially with Keenan out. So let's play Josh Palmer. Everett was one of those I said last week, let's pick him up if he's on the wire, maybe sit him and see what he does, and he showed up, 54 yards and a touchdown. So with Keenan out, he definitely could have a big role in Thursday night's game. Sit him. I said it last week too. Chargers defense, they actually showed up in a big way. Khalil Mack, holy gosh, that guy. Six tackles and 3 sacks. Like, what a beast. So him and Bosa, those 2 together, Derwin James, all of it, love it. But against Mahomes and team, I don't know. I would maybe sit the Chargers for this one as far as defense is concerned. Now, if you still have some guys out there on the waiver wire, not sure if you all caught the game, but DeAndre Carter, out of nowhere, caught 3 balls, 64 yards, and 1 touchdown. So that could be a good backup for Keenan as well. I would maybe keep him for your back pocket. I don't know if I would necessarily play him, but if he's on the waiver and you have a spot, I would definitely consider picking him up. Gerald Everett, if you haven't done so yet, do it. He is going to be awesome. And Josh Palmer, I can't imagine he is on many of the waivers, but if he is, pick him up, play him this week. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget, Get the Fantasy Football Network app so that you don't miss any fantasy football content. And good night and good luck.